Hey, welcome everybody. Another repot today. We've got our Croton. I mentioned it a couple episodes ago at least. This thing is spent a little time in this pot. I don't think it's the right pot. And I want to get into something a little bit not so chemically. So we're gonna dump this out and see what our roots look like. I do have a zip tie in here, but this is not tied in. It's just kind of placed in. I think it's mostly in mulch. Again, I pulled this out of the garbage, so whatever happens, I am happy. Oh, there's some nice soil in here, though. Well, we'll go into the used soil bin. Doesn't want to let go. I don't know why it's gripped in so tight. Oh, you know what? This might be a little bit... Oh, yeah. All right, guys. I'm excited about that. That's nice. The soil may not be the best. In fact, this probably won't be used again this time at the bottom, but man, look at that. That's nice. First up, I'm going to cut the zip tie. I think I've done it to get the roots kind of where I wanted them, and I'm going to get in here as gentle as I can. Yeah, that's really encouraging. I'm really happy about that. And that goes in the trash. That's not what I expected at all. It's got great root growth, honestly. Look at these. I'm not sure if that's because of me or because of what, but not bad. I'm just going to take a look here because they seem pretty radial. Yeah, there's some dead roots in there too, which isn't what I want. A lot of good roots, but some dead roots. Going to I give this a little fluff out. May not completely bare root this, but I at least want to take a look at these root ends. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what these plants are known for, but I couldn't be happier about that. That's pretty sweet. And on top of it being, you know, pretty radial, it's not terribly deep. Looks all like my plan of having all the roots kind of down where the good soil was worked out pretty nice. So, oh man, that's, guys, sometimes things turn out okay. Not always, but sometimes. I'm definitely okay with this. This turned out okay. This is a trash plant too, which makes it even better. Yeah, that's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. All right, this just made things a lot easier for me. So I'm going to, I already did my skewer thing. Where's my little Caesars? They're usually hot and ready. The pizza joke for anybody who remembers Little Caesars pizza. Did I leave it in here? Oh no, they're right here. Okay. Got my hot and ready Little Caesars. I'll do a little trim around. See what kind of size pot we really need to work with here. Some on the bottom as well. Tell you what, guys, after 6 months, this is, I don't know how these plants are supposed to grow, but this is pretty good to me. I am okay with this. Ooh, hung up a little bit there. This one's a little high, but I've got a big root up there, so that's okay too. In fact, I might just resolve that. So I don't think I want to root that high. It's cool, but don't need it. So that's gone. That one's a little high too. Yeah, I wasn't really doing much either. On the back here, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. Took out some of those roots that were up top. That helps quite a bit. Nice, nice. All right. Another little tease here. This one's heading in a funny direction. Take that off. This one, does it start right here? The part of it's good, but not that part. Ooh. All right. Ooh. This one kind of wraps around at girdles, so go ahead and cut that. Well, mostly cut that. Might actually be a dead root. It was girdling root, so it's gone. Yeah, my root base is down here. Really glad I did that. All right, so now I've got the ability to put this in such a small pot. I daren't put it in something too small But it's, yeah, thing's doing good. Sometimes you just, ooh, that's a piece of landscaping cloth. I did not bare root this, I don't think, the first time I got it either. That's okay. It's virtually bare rooted this time. A little more teasing out of these roots. After watching so many YouTube videos on bonsai, I kind of understand the reason why I do things a lot more than I used to. You know, like getting all the soil out of the outside edge and then trimming the roots down and then getting the rest of the soil out of those edges. So these will grow into new soil. You know what? I think I can take this down even farther and be really, really aggressive about this repot. Because these don't need to be so down. Yeah, very nice. Oh, I'm probably blocking the light and I'm not even sure if you guys can see. Oh, that was a dead root. Cool. Yeah, my base is all the way up here. Oh man, I'm gonna go pretty aggressive on this, guys. If you don't see this tree ever again, you understand why. I mean, I think you understand why I'm being so aggressive, because these are nice, tough roots. It's a, you know, I don't think I need to go any further than this, but geez, that is awesome. I mean, it's small. On your own, it's small, but geez, yeah. All right. So this just gave me way more options than I thought I would have. Do a little more teasing out. Again, as you can see, I haven't had any issues with the roots at all. These roots have been very happy to grow in whatever medium they were in. I'm even sure that all this is from me. Jeez, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Honestly, I could even put it in something like that. Really go all the way. Only problem is this one doesn't really give me the ability to tie down. I think for something so tall, it's a little funny. Something like that. It's a little on the small side too. This one, I don't think I like the black with this color. I'm trying to think of what else I have. Again, I can go with something very shallow. I think these are the best that I've got, other than using, oh man. You know what? I think I'm going to be kind of bold here. Put this down for a sec. I'm going to try this one. You know what? Fortune favors the bold, doesn't it? Also, very well aware that this may not be the best idea. I'm going to straighten out a piece of wire best I can, only after making sure it fits through the holes. So if I use a piece of wire, I'm going to end up with one drain hole, unless, oh man, I'm going to have to tie it in for sure. Okay. Let's do it. Yeah. I can 100% make this work. I've just got to take off some more on the bottom. That's not it. That's it right there. That's just a thick root running down. I can feel once I try to put it in there. Okay with having some roots that are coming down, but not thick like that, you know? Especially because when they're that thick, I'm not sure they're doing anything for the tree anymore. All right, that is, yeah. I think that's just about going to do it. Yep, it even sits kind of where I want it to be. So I'm going to, well, I'm not going to worry about the sticker on the bottom. But for the sake, I got this from World Market. It is either a soap tray. Actually, it might just be for soap. I don't know. But I'm going to see if I can tie it in like that. It'll still drain. This will be an experiment. How small That's a bad idea. Experiment how small I can make these drain holes and still have them work. Another thing I could do is I could be kind of crazy, kind of tied in that way with just one hole, which I think might be better. I think I'm going to try that. All right. So that is, oof. Pretty well where it needs to be. Actually, take it out. Again, this might be a mistake, but it's going to be a fun experiment, even if it is a mistake. Skizzers, my Little Caesars, to just get that started so I can put it down. Yeah, all right. Got that bent that way. Yeah, I think it's going to work. Get this in here. I think where I want to come through is here. Kind of, oh, you can kind of see I'm trying to poke it through. There we go. It doesn't really matter. These are also radial, right? All right, I kind of see what I have to do now. So I've got to do is I've got to get the tree in here. Then, oh, come on. Get the tree kind of tied in first, which I'm going to go through here. Kind of see, get it looped around. This one will come straight down. All right. And all this is to really just keep it from falling over as easy. I think it worked. Yeah. So that kind of worked. I'm gonna get some soil in here. We'll go from there. And I will put a rock on top of this. Yeah. There's absolutely no way I'm going to get away with planting it like this without a rock on top. But quite pleased with the roots. This, again, might be a failed experiment, but pleased with the roots. And excited to see how this works. As funny as it sounds, it is already much more stable just after getting the soil in here. This isn't going to be bumped where it's at. It's not really tied in either. So it's good it's not going to be bumped. But how these roots look, plants of the tree, I think it's just best I get into the best size container for it and go from there. I'm not sure if you guys can see what I'm doing. I've been so focused. Nope, you can't. All right, so let's do a little move around here. This on top of this. Yeah, now you can kind of see what I'm doing. So, yeah, you can't see the wire, which is kind of the goal. I'm sure you can once I'm done getting this all pushed in, but right now, honestly, I'm just pleased with how it's sitting in here. It all seems to want to go into the pot. Scoop on top of this stuff. I want to be stingy with soil. That's probably the most important part, is the soil. There are some of these roots that want to pop up. I just use the really larger end and tuck them back in if I can. One right there. Yeah. All right. I think that's a pot up. We're going to do another scoop back. You can see more of the tree. Pull it out of my bin. It's not terribly stable, but I think a good rock will fix that. It's not falling over when I move it, which is good. Yeah. Let's get you focused up. There we go. There is our Croton, potted up into what may be its final pot. I think this pot is really nice from a depth perspective. I understand from a width perspective, it's not quite what I need, but as it is, I'm trying to reduce the height on this thing. I'm just going to let it grow, and we'll see what happens. Some of these longer branches will have to go, but the shorter ones are really good. Sorry that was such a long repot. It was just kind of a roller coaster there. So I'll come a little closer for y'all. Not like that though. Jesus, that was terrible. A little closer for y'all on the pot here, so you can see a little better of that. I do have a teeny tiny bit of reverse taper. Other than that, I'm pretty pleased with this guy. We'll see how that drainage works. Hopefully it'll work out nice. I will put some my Corze into here to help with nutrient absorption since I took off so many roots. But I'm really not concerned with that. I'm more concerned with my own nutrient absorption. And on that note, I am going to, this is just a powdered one. I don't think it's very effective. Put a little bit in. I'm going to give this a mist, a light watering, and that'll be the end of this episode. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. And let's cross our fingers for this Croton.